with the problem. I've had the same car for about 2 years after I bought it used. I work delivering food around town and need a functional car because it is basically a piece of equipment in my job. However, I do not know whether it would be better to start leasing newer versions of the car I have now or just keep my old car. The car I have right now is a 2006 BMW X5. I bought it for $15,000. Since I drive around a lot, I spend about $1,680 on gas plus $200 on minor repairs every year. I have decided to keep my car for at least 2 more years so I can be fully prepared economically for whatever choice I end up making. But what is the true market value of my car today? Using Edmunds.com, I calculated the market value of my car today by inputting all the details of my car. I used the dealer retail value the report gave back since I won't be trading my car in. So, based on Edmunds, the true market value now of my car is $11,183. But what will be the salvage of my car? Edmunds also says that my car will be worth about 37% of the original purchase price after 5 years, and this is due to depreciation. Since my car was used before me, it will be about 10 years old overall when I want to get rid of it. This means my salvage will be 37% of my original price I paid. All I do is multiply the original price, $15,000, by 37%, which gets me $5,550. Now, let's look at the leasing option. On LeaseTrader.com, I found that they were leasing new 2013 models of the BMW X5. The deal I looked at offered no first down payment and only $555 per month lease for 36 months. So what will be the annual cost of leasing the car? Finding the annual leasing amount is easy. All we do is 555 times 12 because it is the amount of months in a year, which gives us $6,660. Plus, I would still use the same gas money at $1,680 annually. So, where do I go from here? First, let's look at the Defender, or my old car. Its present cost is $11,183. Then we have the annual cost, which is $1,680 for gas, plus $200 for maintenance, which equals $1,880. And our salvage value is $5,500. Now let's look at the Challenger. Its present cost is $0. Its annual cost is $1,680 for gas annually, plus $6,660 for leasing, which equals $8,340. Its salvage is 0. Now we need to get the Defender into the same terms as the Challenger. This means we need to change all the Defender's terms into annual cost. You can see from my calculations I've assumed an 8% MAR. First I take my present cost and turn that into an annual cost. Next, we minus the salvage value because this is a cost analysis and salvage is a benefit. We take that future value and turn it into annual, and then we add 1,880, which is already our annual value. Once you do all this and plug in the numbers from the back, you get a total value of $5,507.03. So my car, the Defender, comes out to be $5,507.03, and the leasing option, the Challenger, comes out to be $6,660. So rational economics would tell us to choose the Defender, my old car. But I chose the leasing option. Why would I do this? The answer is behavioral economics. Anchoring is one of the reasons I chose leasing. In many situations, people make estimates by starting from an initial value that is adjusted to yield the final answer. The first thing I saw was zero down payment and only $555. Both of these numbers are quite low when thinking about cars. My brain got fixated on the low numbers and wanted to pick the leasing option because of the smaller numbers. However, if you look at the annual cost of leasing the car, it's a rather large number. This is why you have to be careful at times because your brain doesn't work rationally all the time, and you may end up picking something way more expensive just because of how it is advertised with low numbers initially. The framing effect is sort of like the anchoring effect except with words. Words like good deal, save money, special offer, all in the leasing ad made me want to buy it because it all made it sound so good and perfect and like it was a one-time deal and that I needed to do it, that it was trying to help me and that it was something just good. But in the end, it's not necessarily this and you can end up choosing the wrong thing. Representative bias is another flaw I had during this economic analysis. This approach to the judgment of probability leads to serious errors because similarity or representativeness is not influenced by several factors that should affect judgments of probability. I had representative bias because I was completely ignoring all math and only looking at BMW leasing. I just assumed because it was always so expensive and because of it being foreign that BMW was the only company I should look at. Rationally, I know BMW expensive cars run just as well as any other company that have a lot of cheaper cars. I was also only looking at 2013 makes of cars. Seeing commercials on TV all the time of new cars coming out has made me think that used or a couple of year-old cars should not be purchased or looked into. However, I have no fact in this. And rationally speaking, if I need a car, I should find the cheapest car out there that will get what I need done. And that might be a really old used car. Another flaw and irrational thing was that I was only looking at BMW X5 cars. The first car of mine is a BMW X5, which is sort of like an SUV, and I have loved it. I've started to think it is the best car because I drive it and I favor it, which is extremely biased and maybe a little bit of preference as well. But rationally speaking, it would be so more sensible to downgrade my SUV into a car or anything with better gas mileage. I think one of the best ways to understand rational and behavioral economics is this quote: "For judged probabilities to be considered adequate or rational, internal consistency is not enough. The judgments must be compatible with the entire web of beliefs held by the individual." I think this just goes to show how different behavioral and rational economics are, but how much you need to understand them both. You're always going to be an emotional person who has emotions and who doesn't always think rationally. So if you understand behavioral economics and understand how sometimes you make irrational decisions based on biases and all those things, then maybe you can prevent yourself from making a bad economic decision and thinking more rationally at times.